Then I thought that let me have a look at Galwan as well, and the chopper turned towards Galwan, and there right across, I saw a PLA chopper, which appeared to have, transgressed across the LAC towards our side, and I was quite surprised because that was the first indication of, what was to happen in the next couple of months.
That was Lieutenant General YK Joshi retired, the Northern Army commander in charge when the Galwan clash in 2020 shook the nation. In a candid conversation on Bharat Shakti Dialogues, he shares firsthand what unfolded between the Indian Army and the Chinese PLA that summer, and some of that information will surprise you. First off, he reveals that after the initial Chinese aggression, both sides had agreed to disengage on June 6th, but that was only up until June 15th when the PLA suddenly set up a tent at Patrol Point 14, claiming it was for ongoing talks. The Indian Army saw through it, and what followed was a military escalation in an area where peace was supposed to return. Second, he points out something that very few people talk about. In addition to the troops that were there for regular border patrolling, the PLA had also brought in new and aggressive troops who were unfamiliar with the terrain and therefore highly volatile. The kind of change that signals that something bigger was being planned. He goes on to lift the veil on the negotiation process and how the PLA works. Unlike India's ground commanders, Chinese officers must escalate everything up the chain and follow hierarchy, and therefore decisions are slow, scripted, and calculated. 2020 was a huge wake-up call for the entire nation. The Chinese side had already built up massive infrastructure and logistics, and the scale and intent of it was alarming. But since then, India's development in border areas has also caught speed. And finally, he talks about the heart of it all, our soldiers. He talks about the spirit, the grit, and the raw courage of our Indian Jawans, for whom nothing matters more than their battalion, even in the harshest, most unforgiving terrains. This is just a glimpse of a larger conversation that peels back the layers of what happened in Galwan in 2020 and also brings in a larger picture about our relationship with China, directly from the officer who was leading the charge. Click on the link in the caption to watch this interview or head to our YouTube channel and check out Bharat Shakti Dialogues. Thank you.